Hello, today is Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. I went to visit the former Buddhist temple in Iksan. Uh, all the structures are gone except the stone pagoda where they put pile the flat stones on top of each other, making some kind of a tower, and it is called pagoda. It was a great site. It was my second visit. I really wanted to visit the site to receive some kind of energy, and I strongly recommend the site. It's a rare, vast area for tourists. Speaking of energy, the chickens. I think the chickens at a factory farm, they are raised by energy, not by care, not by love, but mostly people are greedy to make more money by raising chickens in a very vertical cage, a battery of cages. So let's find out how the chickens are grown and what kind of vertical integration is going on in the chicken industry. And also, I am trying to read this article to practice English. So here we go. This article is from National Chicken Council of America. I am a Korean and I work for Korea Telecom KT, the number one carrier in the world. But in 5 years' time, when I have to retire, then I would be interested in going to America to work in the chicken farm industry. So I am quite keen on how the industry is operating. Here we go. More than a century ago, most of our nation's inhabitants were farmers, and most farmers owned chickens. Our country has changed in many ways since those early years. Today, a very small minority are farmers, few of whom own chickens. Not surprisingly, the American chicken industry has undergone dramatic change. In the early days of the broiler business, the major production staging of producing broiler meat were all separate businesses. There were independent feed mills, hatcheries, farms, and processors who each sold their product in a separate market. Here's how it works today. So here, the hatchery, right? Typical operation of vertically integrated poultry farm. Primary breeder company supplies breeder chicks, right, to breeder farm. And breeder farm lays, they produce eggs, the chickens, and they hatch those eggs at the hatchery, right? They send the eggs to hatchery, and the hatched eggs, chicks, they are called broiler chicks for meat production, and they are sent to the farm, and it's called grow out house. Then, in 6 or 7 weeks' time, they become an adult. So they are sent to, they become market ready broilers, and they are sent to be killed and processed and dispatched at a processing plant right here. And the byproducts from the processing plant is rendered or further processed. They're rendering I dropped my phone. Damn it. Rendering plant. And further processing is done. And once the processing plant has done its job, the meat is sent to distributors, retail groceries, food service institution, and the remaining is sent to overseas as an export. Then corn, soybean meal, other feed ingredients are mixed or crushed at a feed mill, and then the feed mill produces mixed feed ration, and the ration and the breeder chicks are sent to the breeder farm, and the cycle repeats itself. Key vertically integrated poultry farm, allied industry of the poultry hatchery, facilities owned by contract growers or integrator. Okay, so here the key takeaway is that broiler chicks, breeder chicks, hatchery, hatching eggs, byproducts, yes, processing plant, market ready broilers, grow out house, byproducts, cornmeal, feed meal, primary breeder company, all right? Food service enthusiasm. What I'm talking about, man. In the 1940s, the different stages of production were beginning to be combined by integrators. The integrators reduced the costs by coordinating the production capacity of each stage of production. The chicken industry has grown to the magnitude that it is today by combining production stages into large vertically integrated farms able to take advantage of rapidly changing technology. Has grown to the magnitude that it is today. Usually, each member of the supply chain produces a different product or service, and the products combine to satisfy a common need. In this case, the production of a broiler chicken. Today's broiler chicken has changed dramatically from the barnyard variety of years past to and has been specifically bred for meat production, barnyard variety. The efficiency of this system has helped foster lower real prices for chicken products. The broiler industry, in particular, is often cited as a model of the organization which may characterize U.S. agriculture in the future. What does it mean to you? Vertical integration in the chicken industry means less man hours to produce more chickens due to improved technology and larger flock sizes, a reduction in the amount of feed required to produce a pound of broiler meat due to continual discoveries in genetics and nutrition, a reduced growing period to produce a market broiler chicken, meaning reduced space, labor, equipment, and much smaller environmental impact, better health programs for the welfare of birds, and being able to go to the market at any time of the year and buy tender, flavorful chicken products at a price that is very kind to your budget. That is very kind to your budget. That is very kind to your budget. Buy tender, flavorful chicken products. Tender, flavorful chicken products. How vertical integration enhances food safety. Vertical integration of the broiler industry allows producers to combine different biosecurity and sanitation practices, housing technologies, and feeding regimens, feeding regimens, more like a diet, strictly a rigid diet regimen, right? Feeding regimens to improve food safety. This structure allows greater governance over each aspect of food safety, from the breeder farm to the hatchery through the processing plant. Vertical integration allows the industry to maintain strict biosecurity measures, vaccination programs, and testing for bacteria such as Salmonella at breeder farms and hatcheries. In the feed mill, feed is frequently heat treated to prevent the spread of any bacteria between the feed and the birds. At the grow out house, strict biosecurity measures, pest management control, and all in all out concept controls the spread of disease between the birds, houses, and flocks. Once the birds are removed from the grow out houses, they are promptly delivered to the processing plant where strict testing regimes are in place throughout the plant to minimize the spread of bacteria. Strict records are maintained and streamlined throughout the entire process regarding testing results, vaccination schedules, biosecurity, and sanitation protocols. Growing chickens under contract. Today, more than 90% of all chickens raised for human consumption in the United States are produced by independent farmers working under contract with integrated chicken production and processing companies. Most of the other 10% are company owned farms, and less than 1% are raised by individual growers. Wow. 90% is integrated automatic farming under contract, and 10% of the farms are company owned, and only 1%, less than 1%, are raised by individual growers. The contract growing system provides many farmers an additional source of income outside of crop farming, livestock farming, and production of other commodities. Agriculture commodities, not agricultural commodities, agriculture commodities. When growers enter into an agreement with a chicken processor to raise broilers, they get a guaranteed market and thus avoid market risk, insulation, that is, the risk of being unable to sell their products or have to sell at a loss. They also have a reliable source of income and access to production resources such as technical advice, managerial expertise, market knowledge, and technological advances, ERS USDA 1990, provided by the company. Contract terms vary from company to company. Most outline the division of responsibility between growers and contractors. In general, the grower cares for the chickens and usually provides land and housing facilities, utilities, labor, and other operating expenses, such as repairs and maintenance. Mhm. Repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance. Repairs is plural. The contract provides chicks, feed, veterinary supplies and services, management services or field personnel, and transportation for the birds to and from the farm. Mhm. Through the contract growing system, processors reduce uncertainties in production and marketing by controlling quality and quantity of their products and diversify their operations to better meet consumer demands of high quality, economical chicken products. The chicks are hatched at a company owned hatcheries, vaccinated against poultry diseases, and delivered to the grower's farm where he or she houses them in large, specialized structures called grow out houses. The company also delivers feed, which the farmer distributes to the flock through a mechanical system. Feed to the flock grow out houses. When the birds reach market age and weight in 6 or 7 weeks, the farmer is paid on the basis of weight gained by the flock, which is influenced by the farmer's skill and good management. Yeah, by the way, I am reading this article while lying down on the floor to get ready for sleep. This incentive system is considered a time honored way of rewarding growers who do a better than average job, who do a better than average job. A time honored way of rewarding growers. A time honored way of rewarding growers. Successful farmers are committed to the business and understand the need to improve their facilities and adapt to changing conditions. A 1997 survey of Delmarva growers conducted by the University of Delaware Extension Service found that 73% were satisfied with their business as poultry growers, and 97% were satisfied with their relationship with the companies. The vast majority, 88.9%, stated they had a good relationship with their flock supervisor and that their flock supervisors helped them become better growers. Flock supervisors. Flock supervisors. Family run broiler operations are usually part of diversified farms that are often supplemented by non farm income. Growing chickens is not usually considered a full time job, and few families expect to earn their total income from poultry. A typical farm will gross about $50,000 to $75,000 per year from poultry, $25,000 per chicken house. Will gross about 50. Yeah, that's a small. According to Don Cunningham, PhD of the University of Georgia, broiler growers earn 4.5 to 7% on their initial capital investment while mortgage is being paid off. Well, there's a small amount of earning, 4.5 to 7%. I think this article is a rather old one. This compares favorably with a real income rate of return on assets for U.S. production agriculture of 4.1% during this period. In other words, contract broiler growers do as well as or better than agricultural producers as a whole, according to Cunningham. The system has worked well for decades. Time honored way has kept tens of thousands of families on a small farms who otherwise would have had to get out of agriculture altogether. Most companies have waiting lists of people who want to become growers and lists of existing farmers who want to add capacity by building more grow out houses. An important purpose of contracting systems is to standardize production practices with the goal of producing a homogeneous commodity. ERS USDA 1999. With the current system utilized by the industry, chicken producers are producing consistent, high quality chicken products for domestic and global consumers to enjoy. Contact National Chicken Council, 1152 15th Street, New York, Suite 430, Washington, D.C. 20005 hyphen or dash 2622. Phone 202-296-2622. So they have an office in the 15th Street, and they have a suite in Washington D.C. Follow us in Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Visit Chicken Check-In. Learn how chicks are raised and produced in the U.S. Chicken Roost. Find chicken recipes. This one was from National Chicken Council. All rights reserved. I really appreciate your article. Very informational, and especially the diagram shows how chickens are raised. I I really enjoyed your article, and thanks for listening, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.